Edition of some Manifest Wisely, some tarot. I'm a little bit under the weather, so please bear with me. Hopefully, I don't have to step away or anything. To go blow on my nose or something gross like that. So, my apologies if that happens. The weather's changing, so so also does the sinuses and the tolerances to certain things. Yeah. I'm going to organize my crystals here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a chakra pull for you guys today. Yeah. Okay. One more time down the rabbit hole. Yeah. That's how it can kind of feel sometimes when you're watching like tarot video and it's like, well, you know what? I got some insight, but I didn't really get an answer. And it's like, well, that's kind of how life is, isn't it? You get some insight, but you don't always get the answer. So, it's your time, okay? Use it wisely. But, if you're just coming to relax and maybe learn a few things, that's cool. If you need a little bit more help, then, you might have to turn to a professional source, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, just keep that in mind while you're watching. So, if this message for some reason is not resonating with you today, don't sweat it. It could be happening to somebody around you or somebody that's close to you in your energy, okay? So, yeah, that's why I wore a mask in the store today when I went to pick up my tea. I can't live without my tea. And it's the stuff that I would have to pay at Starbucks. That would cost me. Now it's over $5. It used to be under $5. But now I can have a cup of that at home, and the entire container of concentrates less than $5. So saving money. But sometimes we just need to treat ourselves. We still need to treat ourselves good no matter what's happening, right? So I'm sick, so I'm not feeling good. So what? I'm going to be like, well, no, you can't have any tea. Well, that's silly, right? Sometimes love kind of feels that way when it doesn't work out, and it's like, oh, well, then you're not deserving of it, right? Because you're not feeling in love. If we're thinking that way, we might need to undo some of that thinking, okay? Three of Wands kicking it off with the root chakra. So some kind of movement for you collective. Could be a trip you have coming up planned. Could be you actually thinking about moving. And moving, I mean, changing your address, but also sometimes that's going to open up to new communities, okay, that are going to, yes, see your appreciation, okay? And you're going to be moving in the direction that you're supposed to be moving in, okay? A lot of people don't like moving. They don't like change in general, right? I get it. I've lived in more than one place in my life, but basically the same region, you know what I mean? My whole life. But, that's where, travel comes into play too. So, check your airline points, you know what I mean? Things like that. You might be able to kind of make something happen, that's not going to, say, cost you an arm and a leg to do it, okay? So check on your resources if you're lucky enough to have them right now, okay? The 8 of Wands, look at that. And quickly that would happen, right? So for some of you, you're like, you know what, maybe that is a good idea. I'm going to go check and see if I can afford to fly to Vegas for the weekend or something. You know what I mean? There's a zillion rooms in Vegas. They advertise rooms out in Vegas as low as $10 a night some places. Still, that's not even just something you heard about back in the day. They still do that places, okay? So I know you're watching this tarot reading on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTube channels that talk about different travel. One in particular that I like is called Vegas Starfish. She talks about she said all things Vegas. I enjoy it a lot. So for some of you collective, I feel like once you get the right information, that your plans are going to start falling together rapidly. Okay. And for some of you, that could be coming together with an intimate partner as well. Okay. So if any of you are going to Vegas, you may be looking into getting married. Okay. Now, they also do vow renewals in Vegas. I know people that have done that as well. Look at that. Look at what wanted to come out, but the deck's in reverse, the Lovers here. I picked it up. I picked it up wrong. Remember, I'm ill. Have pity on me. So if you're enjoying this message, please like or subscribe. Yes, poor thing. What is it? Have I not given you enough treats? I literally just no. She must have gone through that already. I can't believe it. It's like one of those. She's a German Shepherd, okay? Like those things that they look solid. They look like it'll take a while for a dog to chew them. I mean, 5 minutes, you know. Her name's Kona, not Fifi. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll even give her raw bones, she will bust through that bone just like crazy. Anyway, what? Talk about getting it done quickly. Quickly. 8 of Wands, quickly. Andale. Yeah, 9 of Wands. And if anybody stepped in your path, they were going to feel it. I feel like collective, some of you are contemplating whether or not this is the right thing to do. However, at the same time, it's like, well, if this isn't it, then what is? Because what else have you tried? If you've already tried A, B, and C, you know, do you need to go to D? Or, you know, I don't know, maybe you need to choose a different alphabet. Something's got to change. Okay? Because right now, where you at and where you've been at, and your interactions with other people have just been putting you in this kind of bumping heads just constantly. And it's like, yeah, I'm not willing to slam my head on that door anymore, or that wall, or that window, or whatever it is. I ain't doing it. You go on ahead. I'm fine over here. In fact, I'm freaking comfortable over here. I'm so comfortable, in fact, that I'm willing to step away, visit a different place, maybe even move, because I understand how to make myself comfortable where I'm at. And for a lot of you, you can settle in quickly as well. So if any of you have been like, you know, prone to moving and things like that, you understand, like, you're like, look, I can pick it up and put it down somewhere else and I'll be just happy. Right? Because you're like, yeah, I ain't doing that. We ain't doing that in 2024. No. Darling, you are my shining star. Boy, that's the thing about being sick, is then when you want to like do something like that and sing, and it's like, ooh, I already felt it like coming through. Oh my God, who did I look? And this is coming out in the heart chakra, y'all. This is the 4th card in the 7 card spread, which is the heart chakra. I don't know how. So for some of you, this could be moving together with a partner So some of this 9 of Wands could be like other people not liking it. Like, are you sure you want to be with that person? Or how about you and me have another shot? Right? All these things preventing you from going in this direction of love. And for some of you, this is the thing that's been elusive. And sure, it can be scary, right? But sometimes when you step away from the situation, a lot of things become simplified, don't they? And it's like, well, that really wasn't so difficult to understand after all. And it is what it is. Gemini as well. Air signs. Otherwise, a lot of fire. Fire! Oh. My hair is like tickling my eyes. Oh goodness. Pisces, a hangman. Pisces, it is your season. I feel like somebody potentially wants to come and talk to you about this, especially if they see you moving on happily, right? And like maybe you're moving in with somebody, maybe you're changing towns, states, whatever it is. And I feel like potentially somebody wants to come in and be like, again, are you sure you want to do this? What about you and me? And it's like, what about you and me? Because that doesn't actually exist. Right? So what you could be saying to whoever this is that kind of wants to, I feel like, interfere, okay? And it's kind of like they're wanting to communicate with you now, all these like dreams and everything that they've been having regarding this situation. And you're like, well, personally, I think you need to step aside, just like the hangman is here, and let the grown-ups do what they need to do. When you decide to quit monkeying around and get down from this tree, it's not really my concern right now. Okay? Collective, I feel like you've spent enough time thinking about this, mulling it over, and that's why your heart is set on the one of the goals that you want to manifest for yourself. And right now that's, say, a loving relationship. Okay? And this is male or female, like it does, it's just, it's something special between two people, not you, that person, and like the neighbor down the street. Some people understand what it's like to have private moments between two people. And other people want to invite outside energy into the situation. And in fact, that's part of what this is. That's part of why it's been like this. Now, that outside energy could be other partners, other intimate partners. It could be friends, could be family. I mean, I have literally seen relationships fall apart based on opinions of family members that, in my estimation, had no business interfering. Now, I have no idea without that interference if that relationship would have lasted. However, that's why I say, you gotta let the grown-ups do their job, because if you're so insecure and not grown up enough to make your own decisions regarding relationships and your personal, I mean, and you just got to go talk, asking everybody and be like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Well, then you're never going to know what you think about nothing. And collective, I have a feeling that you would actually like somebody who can stand on their own and meet you on that road. Okay. So, you know, not to be callous or whatever, but some of these people that can't make decisions for themselves or just rely too much about what others think, they're not worthy of somebody who has the same mindset of the collective, somebody who wants to meet somebody not only in a physical world, but mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, all these things. All right, what else does this collective need to know? What's in the third eye here, please? The Fool. Yeah, I think you're ready to kind of begin going towards the people that you want, right? In a more fearless manner, okay? And part of that is you're not letting other people's fear hold you back from moving forward, okay? Where somebody's like, oh, I don't know, are you sure that person's right for you? Or are you guys not even in the same league? Or, all these things. Because the only people that are going to know are right here, okay? I'm hearing strong enough to stand in the fire. Not like literal, but you know what I mean? Like, what do they say? If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. There you go. Queen of Cups. I think that's how they see you. Partly why they're coming your way. So Pisces again with Cancer and Scorpio. Like, why can't I think? I have Scorpio in my chart too. I'm like, why can't I think of that other water sign? Yeah, and you're like, I don't want to have to get Scorpio on you about it, but I will if you're pestering me, because the fact is, I'm looking for, like they said, bring me a higher love. Okay? Not, the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. Just, the, well, hey, you're single, I'm single. You're like, well, yeah, I guess so, but that doesn't mean I'm stupid. Right? There's many ways to describe a person, and that's why I mentioned as well, it goes beyond the physical. It's, emotional, spiritual, and all these things. Okay? And that's part of why these two characters here are experiencing the bliss here. They're not engaged in games. They're not engaged in delays. In fact, they've kind of, yeah, you see how my finger is? They've kind of told it like that. And said, like I said, we ain't doing that no more. So, especially for those of you that are looking for like a serious commitment with somebody, that could be a marriage of some sort, okay? Yeah. 10 of Cups, artist card, when I paint my masterpiece, okay? Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. And you're like, look, I don't even care where we live. We can live anywhere. I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, you can pick it up and put it down and be happy where you're at. and that's part of this, having this in your vision. Approaching every day with that new vigor, okay, towards what you want and what you want to achieve. All right. That is outweighing some of this pull. Okay. So if you're kind of not feeling that pull so much now after the full moon, I would say good. Okay. It's kind of clearing out, and doing what it needs to do. What else we got going on here? Guys, I heard that stupid Mr. Roboto song. I never really cared for it much when I was a kid. And I heard it this afternoon. And it's like, now it's like, secret, I got a secret. And then it's like, yeah, I'm not a robot. I'm a human being. What do you think about that? Right? No, I don't just sit down and shut up and don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Yeah, whatever people thought of you previously, you're like, I don't know why you thought that. And frankly, I don't care why you thought that. Because right now I'm focused on where I'm going, not where I've been. Okay? So for a lot of you, that means you've already done a lot of your healing, or you've at least started to tackle it. Okay? And some of these people are like, well, yeah, I remember when we used to kick into this thing. It's like, well, I don't really do that no more. In fact, it's been like 25 years since I've done that. So, you might want to catch up on the news of now, right? Some people grow up, some people progress. And I feel like some of this is kind of like, why are they getting it? That kind of thing. And it's obvious you can handle it. You're in that mode. I'm in my mode. I'm in my mode, right? With that Verve song? Bittersweet Symphony. Yeah, and because when you get to here, do you want to have to worry about somebody that was trying to follow you or give you wrong directions? Or, do you want to worry about any of that? No, you want to be focusing on this. What'd Sinead O'Connor say? Fight the real enemy. Think about it. Think about it. If you're fighting the love of your life, you're fighting up the wrong freaking tree, pal. And you will never find it then. Because if that's what you do, that's why the Queen of Cups is here, kind of to remind you that you can have boundaries and still be open, like at the same time. Okay? Like, just the way that readers are able to, feel this energy. Okay? But I still have boundaries about it. I'm going to be so upset about some fool, literal fool, okay, that it makes me become something that I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? So for some of you, I feel like boundaries may be important. Like, my parents were not psychologists growing up, okay? So the word boundary, I'm like, Boundaries, like, you mean like the fence line? You know, like I had no idea what, or when people say like, what are your deal breakers? Like, what are you talking about? Okay. There's people out there that think that you shouldn't have any boundaries. Part of that is how they're just not seeing you properly. And you're like, look, kick rocks, eat my dust. You don't get it. You don't want to get it. You don't want to get it. Fine. You don't get to pass the class. You don't even get to show up to take the quiz. You know? Like, I play music, and I've had people be like, oh, well, what songs do you do and stuff like that. And it's be like, okay, well, I'll tell you a couple songs, but, did they go and learn them? Did they show up the next time ready to do them? Be like hiring somebody to fix bicycles and don't know how to turn a wrench. If you don't know how to turn a wrench, what use do I have for you? Same comes with love. If somebody doesn't know how to unlock the door to your heart, and I'm sorry, some of this stuff is not super mysterious. Some of it's just called being nice to people, ain't it? Right? Now, some people think that opening the door to your heart also means opening the door to your legs or your pocketbook, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we're all on the same plane. But that's also not the case. Okay? So those things should be given of willingly and without resentment, and without like some kind of feeling of obligation. All right. And I'm talking about like when you're buying somebody a gift or something, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about basic agreements of living if you're in that kind of situation. So, I can dream about you. Look at the bigger picture, Sagittarius. Yeah. So there might be people that are trying to get you caught up in, well, what about this? And what about that? And it's like, again, you're like, well, this is like that'd be like somebody going on their honeymoon and then, getting a call from their tax account. And it's like, you know what? I ain't talking about this right now. I'll call you when I get back. Okay? Boundaries. Okay? Boundaries. I've literally been in like Mexico before, and one of my friends got a work call from her boss, okay? And the dude was expecting her to get on the internet down in Mexico. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, do we even have service down here? Meanwhile, he was back in the States. It was a Saturday afternoon. Like, really, buddy? You couldn't figure that out? Okay. There is such a phrase called weaponized incompetence. Oh, you're so much better at it than I am. Right? Honey, I would love to cook, but I'm just a terrible cook. You're so much better at it than me. That person ain't ever cooking for you. Right? I think they said it right there like that. Okay? The behavior can be masked in all sorts of ways, right? But it's still, at the end of the day, it's the same behavior. You know? And I don't know about you, but behavior that puts me at risk for things that can physically harm my body, we're not doing that. It's 2024. We're not doing that. No. You want to stick your thing in every hoe in town? You are free to do that, but you're not free to do it to me because I ain't yo hoe, bitch. It's very simple. It's very simple. You know, you start sticking things where they don't belong, you're going to end up getting hit like the whack-a-mole, right? I know. It's sad and pathetic, isn't it? C'est la vie. Okay. Believe in the impossible. So, yeah. Right now, you might be saying to me, look, Stephanie, I don't have anybody in my life. Like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Like, this love is never coming, blah, blah. It is. And part of that is clearing that space. Letting these people that want to be delayed be delayed. You know, have you ever been to like a wedding or a funeral where somebody was late? And it's like, well, are they going to hold the whole wedding for that person? Are they going to, delay the funeral for that person? Or are they just going to have to show up when they show up and hope they catch some of it? Okay? That's happening right now with your life, collective. Okay? There's people and now realizing what's going on. And it's like, oh, I discovered so-and-so and what a wonderful person they are. And it's like, well, you know what? So-and-so existed before you showed up on the scene, as far as I can tell. So you don't really discover shit. You're just catching up to what everybody else already knew. This is why I say, Lord help you if you ever become a tarot reader, energy worker. I mean, if you do this work, you know what I'm talking about. This ain't all unicorn poop and rainbows, okay? It just isn't. And I try and say it in the nicest way possible. But there are going to be people coming at you with this kind of attitude, like you're just the dumbest piece of rock that they ever saw, and like, oh, look at you, you're so shiny, you look like a diamond. You're like, yeah. In fact, I know what the 4 C's are. Do you? That's literally what's happening here. It's like you're the diamond collective, and people are coming up to you and be like, oh my God, you're a diamond. Thanks. Diamonds are also very strong. I can cut glass. Used in manufacturing operations as well. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, not just fancy things for the show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. We just got done with Aquarius season, so all the freaky deakies are out, right? Yeah. Oh my God, you guys know I get this card all the time. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So, it's okay to be soft. It's okay to be looking for love. It's okay to go after what you want and not be letting these people just constantly be interfering. And it's like, why are you even doing this? And it's like they want a seat. It's like they want to get in the door without paying, okay? And it's like, I don't know what to tell you. At this point, you're gonna, somebody from security is gonna have to come and talk to you, I guess. That's the level that it's getting to, okay? And it's okay to hold yourself in that esteem, all right? All right, I think that's all I got for this message, you guys. Please take it easy, like or subscribe to the channel, and until next time, please manifest wisely. Bye bye.